So question number 5. Are rain barrels really worth it? In the city, when I lived in Kansas City, I would say, yeah, rain barrels were a godsend because in the city on city water, you have fluoride, you have chlorine, you have all these chemicals in the water that just kill the life in the water. Now imagine what that does on the human body, but you can really see it in the garden. Like when I would water with my hose, my pots around the yard, I would get sick plants, I would increase disease, but if I would use it out of my rain barrel, I always notice a difference. The plants are healthier, they green up better. I nicknamed it God water. You know, it's like the God water always does better than the treated city water. It's higher oxygen, it's higher in nitrogen, you know, so it's like I'm using rainwater when I can, when I live in the city on treated water. Now, for those that are not in the city, it is really beneficial, I would say, for emergency scenarios when the power goes down and you've still got to water stuff and you have no power. And if you're on a pump, you know, rain barrels are a godsend because when the pump goes down, like after a hurricane, we need water, you know, so I do feel like there's a place for them. Do I rely on them heavily? Not as much as I used to because there's a lot of maintenance. Water that's left to sit in the rain barrels gets stanky. You get mosquitoes in it. You need to get out the algae. You need to flush it out every couple months. You're adding a little bit of bleach to kill the algae and the mold and the bacteria. So, you know, there is a little bit of maintenance that needs to be done if you're wanting to use the rain barrels all the time. It's one of those things like you've got to be good at using it, to be cycling it all the time. Like my mom and dad are so good at using their rain barrels. Like when they're filling up a watering can to water any of the pots, it's the rain barrels. Almost never do I see them get out the hose and go around and water their plants. It's a watering can. Now, if your schedule doesn't allow you to do that, that's fine. Just don't leave the water stagnant in those rain barrels. It's gonna get algae, it's gonna get bacteria, and then you're doing oftentimes more harm than good and attracting mosquitoes to your yard when that's not what we really wanna be doing anyway. So yes, they're worth it in certain scenarios. I would say if you are doing it and you're trying to water a larger area, get a solar powered pump that you can attach to it. It basically turns the rain barrel, instead of being gravity fed, it gives it some water pressure so you can actually like water a raised bed, so to speak. Now, most rain barrels you want to raise up like 24 to 36 inches is better because that gravity, because it's higher, is going to give you more water pressure. But in most scenarios, using one of those little solar powered or plug-in pumps on the end of the rain barrel, oh man, is that a game changer? Because it does take a long time to set the watering can underneath, and then you sit there twiddling your thumbs, you get out, you know, social media while the watering can's filling up. It's a little bit of a pain, but there are ways to do it to make it more effective. And when I was in Kansas City, I also like to grow vines over my rain barrel to keep it shaded. Looked really pretty, kept it shaded. The water stayed fresher. But for those of you that don't like bugs, you do get more spiders in there, and you're in the shade and the vines while you're doing it. So there's always more than one way to skin a cat or plant a fruit tree or do a rain barrel. So you just got to kind of weigh the cost benefit analysis and see what is going to be the best for you.